Have you ever needed a smile to get through the day? Have you ever needed to feel a part of something? Have you ever been going through something or had a lot on your mind? You ever just needed that one thing to get you through the day? Well, welcome. This is the temporary fix. The show, little bro, hailing all the way from Union, New Jersey, starting defensive end for Rutgers, you know what I mean? In 2018, had 31 tackles, 18 solos, 4 sacks, and a forced fumble. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with my guy, the one and only Mike Tverdov, bro. Mike Tverdov, what's going on, brother? How we feeling? What's going on, man?
Out here thriving, man. It's crazy times, but you got no choice but to thrive, live it every day like it's your last, man. It's crazy times, with the pandemic going on, protests, our world's fragile right now, man. But in the midst of everything, you still got to find a way to live your life right. So I'm out here grinding, getting my work and trying to get better, man. That's all.
Well, some great news as a diehard Pats fan. You feel me? Diehard Pats fan. My boy Cam Newton signs to the Pats. I need to know from you, Mikey, what's your predictions and how do you think he'll pan out for us?
I mean, you got to put it in perspective, man. Belichick's been working with the same quarterback for the last 20 years, right? Tom Brady, arguably the best player of all time, right? They built the whole system all around Tom Brady, right?
Yep.
They've obviously had a tremendous amount of success due to that. So you bring in a guy like Cam Newton, who's obviously one of the more talented quarterbacks in the league, despite his age getting older. I think the sky's the limit for them, man. Belichick doesn't play games with a lot of players. Everybody knows that. So him bringing in a guy like Cam Newton, a seasoned vet, the guy's done a lot of good things for Carolina. His ability to move the ball through the air and on the ground. Putting him in the offense with like that, I think they have a shot. I think that they definitely have a shot at the playoffs. Anybody saying anything less is just ridiculous. They still have a lot of great players on that team. I honestly didn't think he would get the deal he did just because of the type of caliber player he is. But at the end of the day, he's still with a championship team, man. So I think he's gonna do great things. Him and Belichick obviously are probably getting to work as we speak. So I mean, I think they're gonna do really well. And I don't even like the Pats. I'm a Giants fan, obviously. So
Tough. Tough. What's that, Jay? What you think, man? What you think Superman gonna do for us, man?
All right. First of all, Cam Newton's one of my favorite players of all time. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised when I found out the news because I kind of figured, the Pats need a new quarterback anyway. And honestly, that's the only realistic way they probably could go at the moment. So it wasn't all that surprising. But I'm happy for Cam. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say he's gonna go to the Super Bowl, nothing like that. But I think this season is to make or break for him. I really think it is. Although I feel like people should probably stop underestimating him and stop sleeping on him. I think people kind of pushed away from him, because he's been, because his shoulder, the injuries and everything, which is BS. But people forget, he was MVP. And he did go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So he did some great things for the Panthers and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I just remember that. So I think just off the strength of that and what I've seen him do when he was, healthy and doing his thing, I think this season coming up, I think they'll probably win about maybe 8 games. I see it.
You guys both hit this on the point. I couldn't have been happier, but mind you, so this is our second black quarterback ever in NFL. In our entire history of the Pats. So this is huge. And then to take away from the race thing, his potential is I think it's through the roof. He was an MVP once upon a time. He did do some injuries. He's took some beatings. But I think it's a perfect deal for the Pats, man. Worst comes to worst, he doesn't pan out. We sign him for a 1-year deal. We sign him for cheap, get him out of there. If it does work, we sign him for a 1-year deal. Either we trade him or we pay him his money that he owes. I think it's a great deal. I think, Josh McDaniels one of the best offensive coordinators in the league. I think you feel me. They put the right system around him. I think the sky's the limit, man. I think we go 9-7, 10-6, make a wild card, probably get knocked out second round. I'm being real. I don't think we got the team for the Super Bowl. We don't got the, I don't think we got the guys. But, I think we can make a run. Like people are saying, we might win 4 or 3 games. Absolutely disrespectful.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Joke. You know what I mean? So I'm rolling with Pats. I love it. I'm telling you, I bought that jersey as soon as we signed him. That was on the first thing smoking, bro. Anyone who knows I love these jerseys. That was on the first thing smoking. I'm so excited. Oh, my God. I can't wait. I can't.
Yo, I think what's gonna play a big factor, is how much he's running on the ground, bro. Because he can't afford to be taking hits and stuff.
True. That's true. That's all, the system. I be honest. I think. Look, this is how I look at it, man. I think if Josh McDaniels not mimics, but he takes similarities of what Lamar does. Lamar doesn't take too many hits if you see. You know,
Well,
and
that Lamar's Lamar though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
all respect. I'm not taking no disrespect from Lamar. Lamar is nuts, but I'm saying it's a art. It's a simple. It's not a simple system. I don't want to discredit him, but it's a RPO system. All it is run, reads, pull, dump over the top, or okay, they're sitting back, read, run.
Mm-hmm.
Or, it's all reads and it's all understanding the game. It's IQ. Contrary to belief, Cam is one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. He understands how to read the coverages. He's been doing that since Auburn. He's nuts. You know what I mean? I'm just really excited. And I think, like I said, if they put the right system around, wild card, possibly second round, and then I think we get exit. I don't think we got enough to compete with Patty and the boys. Stuff like when we actually meet Baltimore and Patty, it's tough. But I think we'll put up a fight. You feel me? I think we could do it. You know what I mean? Speaking of Pats, recently, Deshawn Jackson he put out some anti-Semitic, tweets, and he put it on IG. I don't think he did it intentionally. I think he had his heart in the right place. Delivery was god awful, and in result, pretty much Julian Edelman challenged him, or at least made a deal with him to pretty much I'll take you to the Holocaust Museum, and you can take me to the African American History Museum in DC. And in result, after they can get lunch and they can have those tough conversations. Me personally, I loved it. I'm a Pats guy, but I thought how Jules handled it was really mature. I think it was a good idea. I think some of these conversations need to happen all the time. So I'm not gonna. I loved it, but if I can get your guys' thoughts on it,
I like how they kind of met at a middle ground. You know what I'm saying? Like him willing to take him to the Holocaust Museum, and having Deshawn taking him to the African American Museum. I think that's really important, because I think in the midst of everything going on, people try to pick a side. Whether they're black, white, Jewish in this case. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, there's no room for any of that. There's no room for racism, people being prejudiced, being anti-Semitic, anti-black, whatever it is. Like we have to be able to educate ourselves at the end of the day and bring awareness to what's going on. So the fact that he was able to come out and say that, educate Deshawn on what's going on, and I actually just read that Deshawn actually he had a Zoom call with a 95-year-old Holocaust survivor.
Oh, sweet.
So
Sweet.
man's already taking action, educating himself. He knows he screwed up. He knows his words were taken out of context. I think people make mistakes, man, but I don't think people should be bashed for that. People need to educate people instead of belittling them. Man made a mistake, right? So educate him, bring awareness to what's going on, bring awareness to the history of the cultures, vice versa. So I think that's great, and I think more people should do that. Not even just in athletics, but in society as well. That's a big deal, man, especially with everything going on right now.
I definitely think, especially, well, not even just for the NFL, but just the country. This is definitely like it's a big deal. I think one of our problems in the country is kind of we got a lot of people who don't know the history, you know what I'm saying? So they kind of just go off what they've been told, or things here and there that they've seen, no actual facts. So the fact that Julian, handled it the way that he did, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause he really didn't have to do that. He doesn't have to go to that museum to get his knowledge up and be there with Deshawn, you know what I'm saying, and learn those things, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that wouldn't do something like that. So I think it's a big deal. I think that Deshawn, he should have done a better job delivering what he was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Because it did sound bad. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that this was handled in a mature manner. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is a big deal. I think it looks good. It looks good for the whole country. I think people can look at this and be like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? We can handle this. We can handle this kind of way, in a more positive way. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's definitely a good thing.
Bro, I totally agree with everything you guys just said, honestly. What Mikey was kind of going, just to add on to his point is, I do believe instead of, people do make mistakes. And, some people, some of the mistakes made and some of the, unsensitive, remarks people may make, some of it is just pure ignorance. They literally just don't know. So instead of bashing them and making them feel terrible, I personally believe a lot of solution can be solved by understanding. The biggest reason why people fear something is because they don't understand. So they, you make fun of it or, you kind of minimize it to make it understandable in your head. But Mike, we going to get into you, bro. We going to get into you, man. First things first, man. What are some of the biggest misconceptions of college ball you've come to experience throughout your collegiate career?
Damn, throughout my collegiate career, honestly, I would just say, people thinking that we have more time than we do. I've met so many people here at Rutgers, talking about like how they don't have much time on their hands. They can't do this, can't do that. We barely have time for our social lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're dating a girl and she can't see you on certain days, that's on her. But we have absolutely no time in our schedules, especially during the season. If you can only see someone at Thursday from 5 to 7, that is the only time during the week. Because so many people think that we just practice and go home. But we have lifting. Guys who are injured have treatment. Then you have film study. You have game prep. You have to lift. You have to do extra drills. You got to eat. On top of that, study hall, tutors. So time management is critical in college football, and I think a lot of people don't understand that. Outside of athletics, and it's something that I learned along the way as soon as I got to college, how valuable your time is. So that's the main thing I've discovered since I came to college, and a lot of people seem to not realize how big of a deal it is. So
This is exactly why I didn't want to play college basketball. See, I value my free time too much, and honestly, like college sports in general, bro, that's a commitment. That's a whole different lifestyle, bro. Your free time, oh, let me go wake up and do this and that. It's out the window. You're practicing 2-3 times a day, working out, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? You don't really got time to really do the thing that you want to do. I wasn't for it. If I was playing the sport, honestly, I could probably didn't. I wouldn't have like fucking graduated, to be honest with you. To be honest, but hey, but I applaud anyone who does it. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely difficult to do, and everyone cannot do it. You know what I'm saying? So I applaud you for that.
Bro, honestly, believe it or not, so I came in to play college football, you know what I mean? I had a bad injury and I let it go. But with that being said, the hardest part, believe it or not, actually letting it go was realizing how much time I had on my I literally didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? Because with football and with other sports and stuff, bro, it's around the clock. You know what I mean? You might get 2 hours to yourself. So once I stopped that, I realized, I got 9 hours to do whatever I want. A lot of that came with learning and understanding. When I was much younger, I saw 9 hours as like playtime and just mess around.
Yeah.
Now I see it as like business. You feel me? Now I see I could be productive with it. So that's all a process within itself. But like, yeah, no, I respect anyone who does it because people take it for granted. I agree, bro. That football life, anything commitment, any sport like that, bro. On top of the academics, oh my god, I can only imagine, bro. You know what I mean? Speaking of challenges and stuff, and sacrifices, what would you say is like the biggest challenge, or like the biggest. Yeah, I was all right. The biggest challenge from high school to college football. Like, what's the biggest difference? The biggest challenges you've dealt with? That's like night and day. You know what I mean?
Honestly, again, back to time management, man. When I came into Rutgers, I had one day off after graduation. So within 48 hours of getting my diploma at Union, I was moving into my dorm at Rutgers.
Damn.
And immediately I got put into class. We got assigned a summer class. On top of that, we had 10 hours a week of study hall where you had to sit in the computer lab and do work, read, whatever it is. You cannot move. On top of that, we had workouts twice a day, waking up at 5 a.m. Meanwhile, I'm fresh out of high school. I'm not used to waking up at 5 a.m. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going through these group workouts, having to eat, having to meet with academic advisors, coaches, meetings. Time is so valuable, and we only get so much of limited time. So you got to really make the most of it, and that's what a lot of kids have trouble with coming into college because it's culture shock, honestly. You know, you're not used to the workload, and it does take some time to develop. But you know, I'll definitely say managing your time, man, because if you're not organized, if you're not doing what you're supposed to, you're gonna fall behind. You're gonna dig yourself in a hole, and it's gonna be tough to get out of.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I think time management is like, it's, you know, not even as an athlete, bro. I think that's like a key to any type of success you're doing. You know, if you're in business, you get a schedule, you stick to it, and you know, you got to be disciplined. A lot of people make a schedule and do whatever anyway. You know what I mean? So, you know, I like I said, I've learned it as I've gotten older how important and how to be effective and productive within my time schedule. But that stuff's tough, bro. Like, that's a skill. I had to learn that. You know what I mean? Like, people don't understand that, bro. Like, that 5 a.m. That means you can't be up past a certain time. You
Yeah.
can't be
Bro.
you can't be on Insta. Like, it's a lot of disciplines, a lot of skills involved. You know, you can't FaceTime the chick you want to FaceTime. It'd be like that.
Nope.
You know, she be waiting for the FaceTime at 1, 2 o'clock too.
That's it.
The worst is you get that text. Everyone have been there. You get that text, but you know you gotta be up at 5. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all.
I am the biggest procrastinator in the world. Okay. I waited to do everything at the last minute. I did not give a damn. Okay. But what I did was it's the little things, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta sit in front of your books all day going crazy and saying, but I forced myself to sit in the library for 2 hours a day. Even if I wasn't doing nothing. There were times I was in there for no reason. But I told myself, like, yo, if I go into this library for 2 hours, bro, I need to, when I'm done, when I leave out, I should have done at least like one or two things.
Yeah.
And I think like little things like that, that's gonna help you, you know, get through school, whether you're playing a sport or not. You know what I'm saying?
Building good habits.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's a skill. And that's discipline. Like, who the fuck, like, who's just sitting in the goddamn library?
I swear to God, I used to fall asleep in there too. I was not playing the games, bro. I think it was because I was so scared to fail. I was so scared to fail because because I'm not playing basketball no more. You know what I'm saying? So I got no excuses. So if I fail, bro, that's because I really did not try. You feel me? So in my mind, I'm like, bro, yo, if I got to take a nap in here, if I got to close my eyes for a few seconds to get this work done, you know what I'm saying? Get my energy back. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's what I did. You feel me? So you got like Mike said, bro, you got to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to be on 2K. Yeah, I want to play 2K right now. Yeah, I want to go play Madden shit right now. Yeah,
Go to the park.
all right, it's on my mind. You know what I'm saying? But no, but I gotta go get this work done. You feel me?
That's a fact, man. You know what I mean? Pete Tverdov, you know what I mean? So your older brother, many people probably don't know, your older brother actually played for Rutgers. And, you know, essentially with your older brother kind of playing for Rutgers, you know, would you say he is part of the inspiration or part of a little bit of the reason why you ended up going to Rutgers? You know, did he play a role?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, man. You know, my older brother's 11 years older than me, so you know he played at Rutgers from 2005 to 2008. So I was between ages like 6 and 10 at the time. You know, going to football games, being in the facilities at that young age, meeting guys like Ray Rice, the McCourty twins. You know, I didn't even understand like who they were back then. You know, turn out they're superstars. You know what I'm saying? Just being in that environment, you know, and just being surrounded around Rutgers for so long, you know, it definitely played a role, man. You know, because I had a lot of great memories, you know, watching my older brother play, and you know, he's obviously guided me to be a good person, a good football player through the years, and helped me a lot through the recruiting process, and you know, kind of kept me on track when I was growing up, and just played the typical older brother role. You know, a lot of people don't have that, and I'm blessed enough to say that I had an older brother that, you know, had a big impact in my life, especially during my recruiting process, you know, through high school, because those are stressful times. And, you know, I'm fortunate enough to have someone like that in my life that not only, you know, guides me, but went through the process himself, you know. And end of the day, Rutgers is my hometown state. It's my hometown school. So I always wanted to play for them, you know, regardless of the situation, just put on for Jersey. But he definitely played a role in me leaning towards Rutgers. It's fair to say that.
If you could tell your younger self any advice, you know, you run into senior year high school Mike or whatever, you know, like you hop in a time machine, run into senior year high school Mike, what would you tell Mike from senior year with all the information and stuff that you know now? What's the best advice you would probably give yourself?
That's deep, man. You know, honestly, the number one thing I would say is just not be worried, man. You know, trust God and not be worried, you know, because me being 16, 17, even before I got recruited, you know, I was always worried, you know, what if I'm not big enough? What if I'm not good enough? You know, what if people don't like me because I'm changing? You know, I'm so focused and everyone's going this way, but I have that tunnel vision. You know, I started, and what starts happening is you start distancing yourself from certain crowds of people, right? Because your beliefs, your goals don't align with theirs. You know, you're worrying about fitting in, you know, having that social status, but what it comes down to is, you know, your own personal beliefs and goals. You know, so I got worked up over things that I'd never needed to be worked up over. You know, I knew I put in the work to be successful, and you know, good things happen to those people who wait. You know, so it's just a matter of, again, believing in yourself, having that why, and just trusting God. You know, you got to place your worries in Him and just trust the process. You know.
I truly believe that you are who you surround yourself with. You feel me? So if everyone around you, they're on some BS, they're doing things you're not supposed to be doing, or they're unmotivated, you know what I'm saying? Then you're probably gonna end up being one of those, being the same, you know what I'm saying? So it's very important, especially for athletes, I would think that it's important that, they surround themselves with people who are just as motivated as them. Whether
If you could be a WWE wrestler, man, I need to know what would your name be and what's your finishing move? Because I'm getting real Undertaker vibes, bro. I'm getting real. I'm getting
Undertaker vibes, bro. Long hair. I got you. Damn.
real Undertaker vibes, bro. So what's going on, man? If you have to be a WWE wrestler, what's your name and what's the finishing move?
Damn, man. Listen, man, there's a lot of crazy names out there, especially nowadays in WWE. I used to watch the WWE. I don't know what the hell it is now. It has changed completely.
it's shit. I'm be honest.
It's terrible, man.
It's bad.
It's terrible.
It's so, bro. Since Cena left, all my favorite guys are retired. It's awful.
I don't know what's going on with them. I think they tried to make it more like,
PG,
more clean,
PG.
more PG. So like it's really hard to watch now, bro. I don't even up until with the video games and stuff, bro. It's like nothing is the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's weird. I don't know what they got going on over there, but they're gonna start losing fans real soon. Tell you that, man.
I would have to say my name. I know my finishing move. My name, probably Master of Disaster. I know that's corny as hell. That's terrible. That's all I could think of. You know, I'd want to bring pain and anguish to my opponent. You know what I'm saying? Finishing move. I'm a football player, so I'm going with the spear.
Spear.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what my name would be, but my finisher, I'm definitely going with that. I was gonna say the choke slam, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like you gotta be one of those big dudes to pull that off.
You gotta be big body for that.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go with the RKO. You know what I'm saying? I picture myself sneaking people here and there.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? I see that. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna hold you. My finishing move, I'm kicking niggas, smoothing their jaw, bro. I'm going with the sweet shit music, bro. And if I had to pick a name, it'll probably be Wish a Motherfucker Would. It'll probably be
hey,
that.
yo.
It'll probably be people to remember you as. Like what do you want your legacy to be? Whether it be football or not. When Mike Tverdov, when it's all said and done, what would you like for people to remember you as?
Besides accolades, accomplishments, at the end of the day, that stuff doesn't really matter, man. When you're old, you're on your deathbed, no one's going to talk about that, but they're going to talk about like how you affected other people's lives. I'm big on that. So I want to be remembered for positively affecting others, and making sure that I help people change their lives for the better, whether it's in football, it's in life, it's in my career. I want to help change the lives of others, help people who are struggling, because that gives me the peace of mind knowing that I can wake up someday knowing that I helped this person get to that place, or I helped this kid, change his life for the better, because I think life's about relationships, developing relationships and continuing to build on those, so definitely affecting others' lives, that
remarks, Mike. You got anything you want to promote, anything like that? You know what I mean?
No, man, I think it was a great show. Appreciate you guys having me on. We covered a lot of great topics. I think it's important for all of us, everybody watching, listening, the outside world to really take a seat back and just, be aware of what's going on and, educate each other and, spread love, no negativity. You know what I'm saying? It's like what you say, man. No stress and just blessings, right? You feel me? You got handing out blessings every day, man. You know, that's what it comes down to, affecting other people, man. So appreciate you guys having me, man. It was a pleasure. You know, go Rutgers football. That's all I gotta say, man.
Hey, real quick, I want to thank Mike for coming on here. This is a big interview for us, and you know, for what we're trying to build here. So I want to thank you for coming on here because you didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for that. I also want to thank for returning listeners or any new listeners that we got coming to check in for us. I want to thank you as well. And me and Woods, man, we appreciate all the support. Like Woods was saying earlier, man, we're growing every day, little by little. You know what I'm saying? Follow here and there, all of it helps. You know what I'm saying? And as you can see, you know, we're only getting better with time. You know what I'm saying? So thank you to all the new supporters and the supporters who've been down with us since we started the Instagram page. You know what I'm saying? All love.
Hey man, I put up recently this week pretty much our progress in a month, and I can't thank the followers and anyone who is supporting us more, than enough, because you guys are the reason we started from 5 in a month span. We're almost at 300 followers. That's not us, you know what I mean? That's you guys rocking with us, believing in what we can do, and supporting us. And for that, I have the utmost respect, and thank you guys for all of it. Now, you, Mike, you know what I mean? You already know, man. Your brother, you know what I mean? We go way back. Much love to you. I super appreciate you coming on the show. You, like you said, you didn't have to do this. You explained it. Your schedule is nuts. I understand it. That's why we worked with you. You know what I mean? I appreciate you for coming on. This is huge, man. This is huge. And I want you to know you're welcome on the show anytime. Anytime, you know what I mean? Especially if you want to get something off your chest. Cool vibes here, man. I already knew he was a cool dude, you know what I mean? I knew it, but we got to let the world know, you know what I mean? You don't really speak too much. I know you like to be the big giant, man. I know. But, sometimes you got to let the world know who you are, man. So thanks again. I appreciate you. We appreciate, the first time and last time listeners. We appreciate the essential workers still out there grinding for us on our behalf. And like you said, man, hopefully we just keep moving forward. That's the goal. Keep moving forward, trying to be the best we can be, and literally, just stop the hate. Keep educating yourselves and just keep trying to better and better the day. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's a day by day process. It takes a village. So with all that being said, man, like I said, man, follow the innovators, not the imitators. No stress and more blessings.
Yes, sir.
Peace out, man.
Hey guys, what's going on, man? It's your boy Jay. Real quick, I just want to thank you guys for tuning into the Temporary Fix podcast with your host, me, Woods, and Ram. And we hope you enjoyed yourself and you tune in next week for new content. If you guys want to keep in touch with what we got going on and stay updated, hit the link below to get to our website. Peace.